Just some intel. We're going to talk about history. Despite my father being the first black man to be chairman of the school board, his daughter made history by having the longest suspension at the American International School of Johannesburg in South Africa. I had the longest suspension. Do you know why I had the longest suspension? Because they couldn't wait until my father's term was over. See, they couldn't attack him directly, so they go through the child. So I took IB Art, and Giselle Taste was a poor single mother Africana who liked to tell everybody she was French, but never spoke French. She was the art teacher. My father allowed her to continue teaching there, even after the suspension. Can you believe how gracious he was? Because he knew she wasn't qualified. And he said it's a sad situation to see a white Africana woman, single mother, be in the predicament that she is. We all laughed at her because she had ugly feet. That's why we knew she was poor. Black people, African people laughed at this single white mother because she had ugly feet. And she refused to, I don't know what the fuck was wrong with her, why she always wore sandals. She was so disrespectful. So we were studying on Roman art. And so we had a project and we had to make it, ourselves. I went the raw route. You know what I did for my project? I made a mural of St. Augustine. You know, the first thing she said when I showcased my project, my artwork, I didn't know you could get black saints. That's the first thing that came out of that poor bitch's mouth. You see, she was in our hands. What was she gonna do? Where was she gonna go? We saw her schmooze like a whore with Americans to be them. It worked. It took a couple of years, but she ended up going to the U.S. one time, and she stayed at those white people's house. She schmoozed hard. We watched and we laughed. She didn't even get paid that much. I told her what she was, that she was a cockroach. I had to lie in my apology. My father told me to do that because they need that. And my father was so diplomatic. Can you believe that? In all areas of his life, even with his children. She played victim on and off. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I cussed that bitch out like the whore that she is, with her ugly feet. But I understood, beloved in the building, that she would never rock the shoes that I wear. You understand? So she can wear those ugly sandals with those ugly feet, but she will never wear the heels that I wear. What I'm trying to tell you, bitch, is that my father was your boss. There's a black man that's over you, and you better believe that. And for your husband, Brady, too. There's a black man over you, and you don't even know it. Like I said, my father did not fire her. Can you believe how diplomatic that man was? He would still make a cameo to meetings. She would squeal when she used to see him on campus. And he spoke French. Do you know how insulting that must have been? You know, hindsight is 2020. He had a grin on his face like Michael Jordan. My dad used to chew juicy fruit, chewing gum. My dad had Michael Jordan energy, ball player energy when he used to walk through the halls. You could hear the click in his bally shoes. So guys I went to school with, they would run to me and said, I heard your father was here. I said, oh, really? Did you see him? No, I heard him. They knew him by his click of his shoes, of his dress shoes. So when I tell you, I know the type of bitch and whore you are, Giselle, I know you are poor nothing without those bitch ass men. You are poor nothing. You are really a poor nothing. And you can't be a single mom. You don't know how to do that. So you stick with Brady because there is going to be a black man that's over you, ho. And I really sincerely mean that. See, everybody that has a name with people I went to school with or affiliated with or did business with my father, look at their shit. Look at Wayne. One of my goons threw shit at him at a fucking concert. So imagine what they're gonna do to you and your bitch ass children. So you stay with that fucking ballerina football player. You stay with his ass. And no, he can't dance. That's why they never put him on the show. Pardon me. Yes, baby. Put it up first. Put what you want first and then we're just doing for now, so no time. I'm never wrong. So I know you're a poor nothing. You were poor nothing when you met that bitch faggot, whatever he is. I don't know what he is. People keep telling, some people are telling me he's a faggot. Some people are like, he's straight. I'm just like, that's his bitch ass face. I keep it simple. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get caught up in the confusion. I just say that's his bitch ass face. They want to deal with his sexuality. I don't care because that's not my problem. And here's the irony. I was still homecoming queen. And my dad still was the first black man to be chairman of the board. So we still have our accolades, even after we cuss you out. And YouTube's like, did we suspend her? Should we suspend her? I'ma still be me, is what I'm trying to tell you, ho. I'ma still be me. That Giselle bitch, she couldn't stand seeing me on campus. Can you imagine going to an all-white school? No, because you never went to private school. Stupid bitch. Excuse me, that was a good one. Can you imagine going to an all-white school? Talking to this hoe like she knows. You got a fix them? Yeah. You know what? You're being difficult. You fix it. I thought that was funny. I thought that was really funny. She never even had my type of schooling. Can you believe that? I'm talking to this bitch like she can relate. That's white trash for real. That's pure white trash. You don't even know how I know you, Giselle. And neither does Leonardo DiCaprio. You don't even know how I know you. But somebody close to you, I came in contact with this person in Boston. And I didn't even know that they knew you. Because I had just broken up with my ex. And you know what they told me? You are just as pretty as Giselle. And she was like, you know, she and Leonardo DiCaprio broke up. And I was like, what the fuck? I was in complete shock because I'm like, where did this come from? Like, I wasn't even talking about this man. It had nothing to do with the conversation. I was actually confiding in somebody about my relationship and the decline of it. Can you believe that? And it was a white woman. She was like, you know, I was just telling her my situation and my frustration. I don't want to be in the relationship. And she was like, you know what? You're just as pretty as Giselle. You know, she and Leonardo DiCaprio broke up. I'm like, what the fuck does this have to do with me? She brought your bitch ass to me is what I'm trying to say. So when I tell you I ain't even trying to be your competition, that your white bitches think that I'm up there, believe that shit. Because I believe that shit every time I look in the mirror. And you know deep down inside it's the truth. That's why you watch me too. So when I tell you you a fucking poor ass nothing bitch, you are. So you hold on to that white bitch boy and them shoes and you get them feet done. Because if you don't, I know what you're going to look like in the future, ho. And there's going to be an African man that's going to be on top of you. And I'm still the queen. And you're still a poor nothing. I'd run you over with my daughter. She's jogging now. That's scorpionic energy. Fuck the horse. We do it on feet. We would run you over. I don't even need the stroller. Nala is so tight with it now. We'd run you over and your kids. So you keep your cunt ass away. And you fix your broke pussy. And you fuck that boy right. And don't come around here and there's your fucking remedy.